Soundcast.
This is a Village Soundcast Network original production.
Hi there, this isn't Kate yet. This is Jason, one of the producers for Less Than Live. Just wanted to give you a heads up that for this episode, Kate was in Los Angeles and we were in Halifax, Nova Scotia. Many miles and oceans between us, and on occasion the Skype signal gets a bit dodgy. So if you hear any blips or bloops during the show, we apologize. The show is as good as any we've ever produced, and Kate is as charming as she's ever been. So please enjoy the show. Thanks so much.
This is Less Than Live with Kate or Die, a bi-weekly podcast about comics from all angles. I'm going to talk to you about what I'm reading and doing in the industry, as well as interviewing some of my friends and favorite creators. So come along with me on this journey into geek culture. On today's show, I'm co-hosting the whole thing from Los Angeles with Haven Origins writer and also boyfriend, Jeremy Lambert. We talk holiday comics, indie books, and spooky sea monsters. It's cute. Well, welcome back, everybody. It's episode 11. We're moving into the newer section of double digits, and isn't that fun? It's been a while, and I'm sorry I missed you, but I was traveling. I'm in Los Angeles right now as we record this. I may not be by the time you listen to it, but I'm coming back. This episode is kind of like the one we did with Chris Haley in that I have a co-host. This is Jeremy.
Hello.
Jeremy. Jeremy is a writer and also my boyfriend. I feel like I should tell you that right up front. And a comics person and aficionado. So I figured that we would do this episode and just be annoyingly cute that way.
Sorry.
So what I've been up to, I've been here since, when did I get here? 2 weeks ago?
Mm-hmm.
2 weeks ago. And I've actually done more comics things than I would have expected. We did an Edward Scissorhands and a Bittersweets and Fraggle Rock and Bravest Warriors signing.
Yes, at Meltdown.
At Meltdown Comics, which is awesome. We recorded a podcast that at Nerdist.
Yes, Bizarre States.
With Jessica Chobot.
And Andrew Bowser.
Yes. So that's really exciting, and that's going to be coming up soon. And we told a whole bunch of spooky stories.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that's going to be scary.
It's going to be so spooky. So if you enjoy listening to this, you can also listen to us and two other people tell horror stories in which I get really spooked and freaked out. So there's been that, and what else has happened? Edward Scissorhands #2 came out.
Yes.
And so Drew and I got to sign that, and that was really wonderful. So it's very exciting. That's the Kevin Wada cover that I've been so.
And I have a signed copy.
Jeremy has a signed copy. Oh,
I'm going to put it up on eBay.
What?
Just kidding.
Oh, okay. Well, you could, probably.
No.
Somebody told me that there are actually signed copies of Scissorhands up on eBay.
Really?
Yeah. That I signed at New York Comic Con.
There you go.
And, this is kind of, I don't think that's ever happened before. As far as I know, nothing that I've signed has been put up on eBay.
No Adventure Time stuff?
Not that I know of. Maybe I don't look. People tell me, but
no.
But the greatest thing is that the copy that was put up on eBay was signed by myself and Gabriel Rodriguez, and the person had listed it as being signed by me and Drew Rausch. So
well, there you go.
It was wrong. So that's, those are kind of the big things that have been happening. There's a couple comics coming out. Next week is more Fraggle Rock and Bravest Warriors. Hooray! Woo! Hooray! What else have we done?
Oh, lots of things.
What adventures have we had?
Oh, goodness. Where to begin?
At the beginning.
Aside from all the amazing food that Los Angeles has.
Oh, yeah. Newsflash. Los Angeles has an unlimited amount of amazing food. I also we got to meet up with Brian Burns, who's one of the main writers on Bravest Warriors, kind of like from the very beginning. It's kind of like his baby with Pendleton, and
very, very lovely man.
He's wonderful. So that was a treat, and I got to mine him for information. So now I at least know a little bit more about what's coming. Secret things. Yes. So many secret things. It was kind of great. We were having this whole conversation, and our significant others are just sitting there like...
I didn't really know what to... I didn't want to break any of the whole narrative that you guys were building there.
Yeah. It was really wonderful. That was really, really great. Jason has just sent me a picture. There it is. A retail variant on eBay of Edward Scissorhands signed. It's selling for $12.99. My signature's worth what? What does that make? Like $9?
Yeah. I mean, it's a mid-condition comic.
Wow.
Yeah, that is a deal.
That adds $9 in value.
Get on the eBay and get that guy real quick.
I should just start selling these myself.
Yeah.
I mean, $9 at a time, I could build my empire.
Yeah. I like this. Can I get a cut if I handle?
Oh, you sell it.
Yeah. See, there you go.
You just make up a different name.
Yes. Well, I'll just post pictures of me with the comic.
Yeah.
And then that I could sell.
Oh.
So it could be like a side thing.
Okay. Well, and then you print out pictures of you with the signed comic, and then I'll sign those.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's good. I like that.
Yeah. And then we'll sell that.
Mm.
We'll just keep building it up, like that whole Inception cover on Sex Criminals.
Yes. No, that's good. Yeah, get me money so I can get over to Halifax.
Yes. This is a treat. So Jeremy is a writer on Haven Origins, which is the digital shorts that go with Haven.
Yes.
The sci-fi television program. Am I introing you properly?
Yes, that was good.
And Haven is filmed in Halifax, which is hilarious because Jeremy is from Los Angeles.
Yes.
And
there's a lot of that. I mean, because I had a story in the CBLDF Liberty Annual that was drawn by Declan Shelby, a friend of mine, and colored by Jordy Belair, also a very lovely friend of mine. My best friend, I would say. I love you, Jordy.
Love Jordy.
And so and lettered by Clayton Cowles, and it was edited, of course, by the amazing Lawrence Sankovich, who we went to the Magic Castle with.
We did. We went to the Magic Castle with Lawrence Sankovich.
Yes. Well, I'll get into that in a second. But you did the back cover.
It's true.
You did a pinup.
Which is hilarious because, when I first met Jeremy in Ireland at DICE, it was all exciting because this was like your first published comic.
First published work ever.
And I realized that I had done the back cover for it, which was great. Because it was, the entire issue was themed around representation in all ages comics, which was really cool because that's my number one pet concern and care. And so they asked me to do a Lumberjanes back cover for it. And that was pretty neat.
Yeah.
So that was fun.
Great. And so, when we met, we didn't know that we were in a comic together.
Which is exciting. Aw. It's cute.
Sorry, I won't do too much more of that.
I like it.
Okay.
So, what else is...
Magic Castle.
Magic Castle. Oh my God. Yeah, that's where I was going with that. So we went to the Magic Castle, which is a place that I thought was only a fake prop on Arrested Development, which I believe it is called the Gothic Castle on the show, which is... There's
a lot of goth in there.
Good. It's pretty great. So it's just this crazy old house that has been converted into a magician's den, where there are all these performances happening and food.
Yeah, and you can just walk through the mansion and catch these different magic shows and very close-up magic, which is crazy.
That was really neat.
Yeah,
and cool. There's a haunted piano.
Yes. Oh.
That we got to play Hedwig's theme from Harry Potter.
Oh, yeah. I nearly about fell over because there was a transition, I think, from her playing Beyonce to Hedwig's theme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
is just the most beautiful thing.
That's the dream.
In a magic castle.
In a magic castle.
You should go.
If you can. Because you can only go if you're invited.
Oh, that's true.
Or if you have a secret pass thing.
Thanks to Lawrence Sankovich and Mike Costa.
Yeah. Which was... Yeah, because Mike's a comics guy.
Yes.
He did Smoke and Mirrors, right? With IDW? Pretty sure it's IDW. I have to give it proper credit. So they brought us in, and that was really cool. And tomorrow we're going to go to Disney. And today we're going to check out, there's a Comic Arts Los Angeles going on today.
Which is free.
And
lovely.
And that'll be great. And I have a lot of friends that live around here that are pretty excited to have a show that's kind of a more artist-centered indie comics show as opposed to San Diego or things like that. So hopefully that goes really well. We're going to find out within mere hours, and that'll be really cool. Do you want to talk about what comics we're reading?
Ooh, yeah. Let's talk about comics.
What is Kate reading?
What am I reading now?
is Kate reading?
What am I reading now?
So while I've been here, there haven't actually been a ton of comics out that I picked up. I think a lot of the single issues that I read either haven't had new issues in the last couple of weeks, or I'm really forgetful just because I'm picking up from other shops and not my own, which does happen when I travel. But last week, a couple things that I do want to mention. Capture Creatures came out, which is the newest series from Boombox that is done by Becky and Frank, who are good friends of mine, and they are delightful. They do a bunch of these really, really amazing golden book style and like board books. It's all very painterly, and Frank writes and Becky draws, and Frank has also been a writer on a bunch of animation. He worked on Bee and Puppy Cat, which is really great. So they have this new series out through Boombox, which is the creator-owned imprint of Boom, same guys who put out Lumberjanes. And it's definitely a lot like Pokemon. I think they will be the first people to tell you that. But it's totally delightful, and it's really interesting to see because most of the stuff that I've ever seen from them has been very, very painterly, whereas the comic has a little bit of it's more of a comic feel to it, I guess. It's not quite as elaborate in terms of, it doesn't look like, I don't know what I'm trying to say. It's really great. It's a really sweet story about a couple kids on an island and some magical creatures. So I'm excited about that. I love reading comics for children. And Teen Dog #3 was out, and Teen Dog is a real soft spot joy for me. Jake Lawrence is a good friend, and I love that series. Odyssey came out.
Odyssey.
Yes. Which is, let me get everybody's name right here. It's, Matt Fraction wrote it, and Christian Ward drew it, and I was very, very excited for this series, and I think it is very beautiful, and I do not understand it at all. Which, I mean, I'm probably going to keep picking it up.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe it'll make sense.
Absolutely.
To me.
It's gorgeous. And, of course, it's just going to be one of those things where you put some good time into it. I'm sure it'll reward you.
That's what I'm hoping for, because, I mean, I felt the same way about Pretty Deadly when it started coming out. It was just
Pretty Deadly is amazing.
So beautiful. And it took until the 3rd issue for me to understand what was going on. And then when I did, it was such a good moment.
Right.
Such a good moment.
Because that's something you can always go back to with those comics. You can always just keep picking those up and looking through. And finding so many different things you didn't see before.
It's incredible, too. I mean, this comic has an 8-page pullout.
Yeah.
And on one side is this huge, enormous, like, panorama drawing of all these different gods. And then on the back of it is, like, this timeline of the history. Because it's basically a retelling of the Odyssey, but gender-swapped and in space.
Yes.
Which is a delightful...
And very exciting.
Yeah, it's a delightful pitch and a really cool concept. And I think my favorite thing about it is that when Fraction decided to write it, it was because he wanted a story like that for his daughter, Tallulah, to read, where there were way more female characters, because stories like that are so male-dominated. So, my heart is obviously touched by that.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's lovely. So I'm gonna keep trying. Yeah. Although I feel like it might be a little too smart for me.
No.
Maybe. Also, but then this week, not only Gotham Academy #3, which is very exciting because I love that series, and I love Carl Kerschel's art, and I love everyone involved. I love Brendan Fletcher, all these people, and Becky, of course, Becky Cloonan. Everyone involved with Gotham Academy is the greatest person. So I hope that series runs for 10,000 issues.
Mark Doyle.
Yep.
And just keep naming names.
Just everyone. Just like everybody. Everyone's great. This is wonderful. It's so nice that you are as dorkily positive about comics as I am. And then this week, the book that I was looking forward to most, the book that my mom already knows she's getting for Christmas, is Just the Tips, which is the collection of advice and letters from the back of sex criminals, which you have heard me talk about many, many, many times.
Yes.
Even you, Jeremy.
Yeah. Well, now I have a copy thanks to you.
Yes, it's true, because I bought it here because I had to read it.
Right.
I couldn't wait. And I didn't want to bring it back across the border. Because you never know. Yep. I think if a border guard were to read it, it might be potentially problematic.
A little bit.
You never know. That's an issue sometimes with comics. And a frustrating one because I find all the best weird, dirty comics when I'm in the States. And then I can't bring them home. So it's a true joy. There's also, the whole thing is filled with not only horrible tips for your sex life, an intro from Barack Obama, supposedly.
Yes.
Amazing illustrations and diagrams, tips for dirty talk, possible improved genitals of the future.
Which is it's the best.
Yeah.
Oh, God. So we're looking through it right now.
Yes.
It's just,
movie reviews for fictional porn parodies, including Hard On Fink.
Yes.
And
by the Coen brothers, of course.
The Bone Brothers.
Ah, yes. There you go.
As you will see here.
See?
Yeah.
Something new every time I read it.
Pickup lines, which I was very pleased to see. Ooh, boy, are you Edward Scissorhands? Because I've never seen such a manicured bush. Which is great.
No.
I felt it might not have been for me, but it felt like it was for me. I was really, really, really excited for this book. It's just tiny. This tiny little pink hardcover.
Yes.
And
it's perfect.
It's great. And the hardcover collection of Sex Criminals is coming out like the day before Christmas or something.
Ooh.
I think it's like the 23rd or 24th.
I will put that on my list.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you should.
Mm-hmm.
That is a joy. I love that comic and those people.
Yeah.
It's great. I'm going to get to some of the indie stuff that we picked up, but what are you reading?
Yeah, I am getting through a lot of the DC stuff right now. So I'm getting through Gotham Academy and Arkham Manor, which is Jerry Duggan's book.
I haven't read that yet.
Yeah, the first issue is crazy. It's awesome. I mean, it's basically just everyone from all the villains from Arkham Asylum getting trapped and transplanted over to Wayne Manor. Oh, which is a great idea.
That is great.
And yeah, it's just so wonderfully creepy.
Ooh.
And of course, yeah, look at that.
We're looking at the art right now. Ooh, it's very pretty.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I know.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
What else are you reading?
Mm-hmm. That, and I just went back through Moon Knight.
Declan and Jordan?
Declan and Jordan.
Oh, you're such a fanboy.
I'm a huge fanboy.
It's great.
Because it's so good.
It is really great.
It's so good.
Yeah, I read that like a month or two ago.
Yeah, I mean that
awesome.
and Through the Woods by Emily Carroll, which I can pick up at any point and read any story.
It's so great to hear someone else.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing.
It is a prerequisite that we mention Through the Woods by Emily Carroll in every episode of this podcast.
It has to happen because it's gorgeous.
It is my favorite book.
I just walk into any shop now. There's an indie bookstore out here in Los Angeles called Skylight Books, and every time I walk into that store, the owner is mentioning Through the Woods to at least one customer.
It's amazing.
And telling them to pick it up, and they have like 20 copies. It's so good.
Yeah, it's so wonderful. I urge you, if this is the 15th time you've heard me talk about Through the Woods, as it probably is, please buy it. Please read it. There's nothing like it, I think, is why I'm so obsessed with it. Because it is this beautiful cross-section of like everything I love about the comics that so many like women in indie comics make, like just this particular, that brush style, the weirdness of that, and like the simplicity of it at the same time as it is like real horror. So I can't get started on it again. I've done it too many times. Okay. We're good.
Anyway, always picking up those books and going through them. But
yes. Yeah. So while I was here, I also I've been to a bunch of comic shops here in LA.
Yes.
I feel that I should mention them all.
Mention all of them.
Because they're so wonderful. So we did the signing at Meltdown Comics.
Right.
Which is where they have the Nerdist and the theater where they record Risk, which I didn't know. And now I have to go when I'm back here because I love Risk so much, which is another podcast, which is amazing. It's all like weird, disturbing true stories.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I love it. It's so voyeuristic to listen to. I'm a really big fan. So I want to check that out the next time I'm here. So we were at Meltdown and we went to Golden Apple Comics, which was really nearby, right?
Yeah, very close. Just a few streets south.
Yeah.
Meltdown.
And that was real sweet.
You signed some comics
I
there.
did sign some comics. If you're in Los Angeles, you can go into any comic book store, and I have signed comics. Because yesterday, Drew Roush and I, when we had our goth day, we went to House of Secrets.
Yes.
And I signed a bunch of copies there too of Scissorhands. So you can get them signed by both of us at Meltdown or House of Secrets. Although not number 1 because both shops were sold out.
Woo!
I'm doing finger guns right now. And then, so we went there and Secret Headquarters.
Yes.
Which is, I think, while I'm here visiting, going to become like my local haunt.
Yeah.
I'm excited
close
about
by.
that.
It's good.
It's really lovely.
Such a great shop.
There's a Valkyrie who works there.
Yeah.
Very important.
That was cool.
Julie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was great. So I went in there, and since I had only had Just the Tips was coming out this week, and Gotham Academy, which I forgot the first time around, and then I bought one and we went to House of Secrets. So it's fine. I'm spreading around my comics dollars. But I picked up a bunch of indie stuff for both you and me. I got
a lot of presents.
You did.
It's great.
It's exciting.
You go first. I'm sorry.
Okay. No. I'm talking way more than you. I feel a little
That's
bad.
okay.
You just cut me off whenever.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
I'll start doing it.
Okay.
But you keep going for now.
Okay. I picked up a comic by Britt Wilson, who is an amazing cartoonist and letterer. She did all the letters for the Bee and Puppycat miniseries. She's done a bunch of stuff with Boom. It's one thing that I am such a fan of with her. So many people have a particular thing that they're really, really good at. And even when they're doing everything of a comic, it's like, oh, I really love how they draw cars, or I love how they, render a specific kind of lighting or whatever when, you get to that point. So Britt Wilson's lettering is absolutely amazing. And she's a good friend of Kate Beaton's. And I think Kate was the one who introduced me to her stuff through the internet, probably.
Internet.
The internet.
Oh,
it's magic.
I like this place.
So it's a story about two sisters and their mom who kind of have to go into this goblin world to rescue their dad, who has been turned into a cat.
Goblins.
It's so cute. It's a little book. Koyama Press put it out, and Koyama is the best. If you come to TCAP, I'm going to introduce you to Annie Koyama.
Yes.
She's like a lady comics mob boss. She's amazing.
That's awesome.
She's such a treat. I love her. So she put that out, and I got that for myself amongst the plethora of comics that I bought for Jeremy.
Oh, so many. All right, so the cutest up first, Turdy Needs Work, which has got to be the greatest thing.
So Turdy is Turtie, just so people don't think it's like a turd.
Turdy. Some turds need work, It's okay.
The turtle.
The turtle.
Oh,
it's so cute.
This is a book that we had gotten in Halifax at my shop, and it's done by Steve Wolford, who worked on Adventure Time, and is just a lovely, lovely human being. And it's this tiny little book about a little turtle that needs a job.
And it never really ends up just quite the way he hoped.
No, he wishes.
He wishes.
But it's a real sweet pick-me-up. It's one of those things that I will keep by my desk when I'm sad.
Just to cheer me up, too.
Yeah, so I figured that Jeremy should have one.
Yes, which is good. And, oh my goodness. Okay.
Yes.
Worst Things Happen at Sea by Kelly Strom. Oh, my goodness.
Now, as Jeremy's trying to figure out how to describe this thing.
I don't even know where to begin with this, because it is just the most beautiful thing I think I've seen.
Secret Headquarters, one thing that I really love about that shop, and every shop that I went to here is wonderful, but Secret Headquarters really has a focus on indie stuff and zines. They have an incredible collection of mini comics and zines, and then a lot of stuff from publishers like this is from Nobrow, who I really like, and Koyama and things like that. So this was part of a series of these fold out comics almost.
Yeah.
It's like one giant panorama.
Yeah. Double-sided panorama.
Yeah.
About legends of the sea.
Yes.
And so there's all these monsters that are just obliterating galley ships, and so many sailors are dying. And it's just the greatest thing. But it's just, the monsters are gorgeous. These sea creatures that are basically just terrorizing sailors and ships. And, it's so good because everything is so detailed. And Oh, wow. Okay.
It really is an incredibly beautiful book. And I picked it up because the cover is this really cool tattoo style. It's like an anchor and like a tentacle coming up on it. And it's all like banners and ribbons. But yeah, it's part of this series that they've done of these crazy fold out panorama stories. And James Jean did an amazing one called Rift that I got a couple of years ago. But No Brow's done a few. It's this one, and then Dustin Harbin did one that's all these dinosaurs, and it is also
I mean, just one of the greatest things about it is that you kind of go through time as you look from left to right.
Yeah.
Because it looks like this kind of Cerberus type creature coming out of the water attacking what look to be Greeks. And it's just and then so that starts it, and then by the time you get to the end of it, you have almost a Titanic cruise liner just being destroyed.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be a history.
It's like a history of
sea
mythology
monsters
and sea monsters and sea creatures. Oh, it's so cool. And what makes it even better is that there's a song.
Yeah, there's like a mermaid
siren
sea shanty.
song, a sea shanty on the cover.
Yeah.
And it's like a hymn almost. You open it up and you're just, you're ready for that 12 o'clock church. You're just ready to start singing. But it's just so cool. There's just so much to this book. But yes.
Yeah.
I never see anything like this on shelves anywhere. And so it's just so great to see something so original.
Oh, it's so cool. Like, there were so many things that I wanted to get in the store that because I'm traveling, I was like, I don't know if I can bring these back with me. But they have a ton of Sam Bosma's work, who I think I've talked about before, and he does backgrounds on Steven Universe, which is one of my favorite cartoons, which I'm going to get you into. Yeah. Because we're finally...
Ooh, cartoons.
Because we need more Gravity Falls.
And Over the Garden Wall.
Oh, my God.
Which is the greatest thing I've seen in the past few years.
Yes. Thank you. Back me up.
Oh, yeah.
People are here only
Over
my
the Garden
review.
Wall is amazing. Well, they're going to think I'm biased.
Well, yeah. But at least hearing it from
Over
somebody
the Garden
else.
Wall is gorgeous, and the voice work is amazing, and it's just so good because it is just a mix of creepy and drama and comedy that I haven't seen.
There's nothing like it.
Because at points it is genuinely terrifying.
Yes.
And, at others it's the cutest thing, with all the creatures that are in it. It's just so good. But, yeah, it is just one of those things where it's a wonderful blend of so many genres and has this kind of very suspenseful overtone, through it. It's just, I can't describe that.
Yes.
That show.
Good.
It's so good.
Well, every once in a while, someone will listen, message me that they're listening to the podcast, and they're like, because it's just me saying it, and I like everything.
Yeah. Wow.
So it's nice to have that back up.
It's good because it's these short little episodes that really feel like little fairy tales, like you're just flipping through Grimm fairy tale books or something like that. Because it's just 11 minutes long per episode.
Yeah, each episode's 11. So
minutes.
it's 10 episodes that are 11 minutes, which make 5 half-hour episodes, basically.
Right.
And then the whole thing you can watch in 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
I had to work out the timing because I keep trying to sell it on to people.
Okay.
This is you only need 2.5 hours.
And you can watch the first episodes on YouTube, I believe.
Yeah.
For free, and it's also on iTunes. The rest of the stuff, but it's just so good.
I think for me, I'm so happy that it did so well and had such a huge response. And I don't remember where it was from. Maybe The Onion yesterday, named it the best gift to pop culture this year. And I was so just good. It is.
Yes.
It's just so fun to see, something so different happen and to see, Cartoon Network take such a risk.
Oh, it's amazing.
It's great.
I love seeing that. I wish movie studios would do that. Anyway.
What else?
Moving on. We have Hilda and the Troll.
Which I have been wanting to read. I've been wanting to read these Hilda books forever.
From Luke Pearson.
Yes.
And from Flying Eye Books.
I've had these recommended to me dozens of times, and I flipped through them and looked at them. And if you ever have the chance, if you're in a comic book store, or even if now you are on your computer, which I suspect that you may be, you can just look up the Hilda books, and they have the best color design,
gorgeous.
and the graphic design on these books is just unparalleled. They're all ages books, so they're kind of like a children's fairy tale story. starring this little girl, Hilda, and her adventures in the woods. And, you know, cool magical things and trolls and goblins, and which I'm all about. But they're just beautiful. I'm such a sucker for a good color palette. And so these have always been really appealing to me. So
yeah, it's amazing. And so it's on the back.
Yeah.
Sea spirits, giants, weird woodmen, and trolls. Hilda's outings never quite fall into the realm of the ordinary. And this one certainly has some surprises. But of course, as Hilda so adeptly points out, such is the life of an adventurer.
Everything I love.
There it is.
So it was kind of exciting. I mean, I don't get these weeks very often where there's just like not really much coming out, you know, in single issues and the sequential stuff, and to really take time in a shop and pick out a bunch of this kind of different stuff. I mean, it's just such a treat.
Oh, it's so good.
And I was very happy, and just to spend all that time in a comic book store other than my own, and shop as an outsider. Yeah. It's like a whole different experience. So that was really cool. And it did kind of have that feeling of, when I go to like these indie shows, that's when I end up always spending the most money, because I love like mini comics and little fairy tale stories and things like that. And so it was really neat to just be able to do that in the store. So if you were in Los Angeles, go to Secret Headquarters, man, because it is the best.
Are you ready for this? Kate needs a bench and needs a Porsche, needs some Prada. Kate wants a yacht to party with kaiju in the water. Needs some Gucci and Armani, she's a real fashion monster. So have a listen to our sponsor.
Since we last spoke, Less Than Live launched a Patreon. And if you want to know what that is, good news, I'm going to tell you. A Patreon is a monthly subscription service, or kind of a crowdfunding platform where if you like the show, you can support it financially with money, which is really great because the show it costs a little bit of money to make. We do it in a real recording studio, and the guys here make those amazing songs. And everything that I'm saying right now, you can watch me say better and with video on the actual Patreon page. It is patreon.com/lessthanlive. And there you can find out what it's all about. So pretty much you can choose an amount of money, if you're interested, to pledge to us monthly. And for those specific amounts of money at different levels and different amounts, you will get different rewards. You can get a voicemail message from me. You can subscribe to get a biannual package of goodies and swag. You can have advance access to what guests we're going to have on the show, to ask questions, and these things are going to change and develop as we go along, and we're going to invent new things, and I just really want to make it kind of a cool, interactive, behind-the-scenes experience, and to show, people who do subscribe and who do support the show a little bit extra, and get you all involved. So you can check that out again at patreon.com, that's patron with an E in it, /lessthanlive, and donate a little bit of money if you want. That'd be cool.
She's so sweet. Can't let this go to answer your tweets.
So I put up the call for Twitter questions this week, and about 7 people asked me the same question, which was, to paraphrase, what are some great Christmas or wintertime comics? This is asked because I feel that I should name people who asked this question.
There you go.
At Seth Bingo, at Settle Chaos, and at Red Draw Noxon. I always am worried that I'm going to say people's names wrong. But this one was kind of a hard one because I can think of so many. Like Halloween is so much easier for me, than Christmas in so many ways.
Well,
because it is the greatest holiday.
yes.
But so I keep thinking, I'm trying to think of like what takes place in snow, but I can't think of a lot of actual Christmas stuff because you had.
Oh, yeah. And well, I mean, just in terms of comics, I have to go with Wraith and Nosferatu. The wonderful book by Joe Hill.
Yeah, which is a real fun, family-friendly.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's all ages. Very good, but it is not all ages.
No.
And it is very, very scary, creepy book. Christmas Land. Look out.
Oh, man. I can't even get through that book.
Terrifying stuff. Oh, I love it.
So scary.
Good.
Although I felt the same way about Heart Shaped Box. So
yeah,
there's still time. There's still time. So there's that, and then I mean, it's just for me, it's all comics that takes place in winter. So I mean, Blankets is a real wintry, isolated, dark, sad, but also hopeful book. I always feel weird to recommend comics that I feel everyone has read. You know, with Blankets, I mean, it's such a prerequisite, but you never know, right? Maybe
it's
somebody
true.
hasn't.
I mean, the things that come to mind, just because I'm a massive horror nerd, is just all horror books for me.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking isolated snowy landscape. I'm thinking 30 Days of Night.
A great Christmas story.
A great Christmas story.
Yep.
But there's a tradition of horror stories at Christmas time.
Yep.
Charles Dickens' ghost stories.
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah. Nice cold nights, sitting by the fire. Nice cup of tea.
What did I watch last year? What's the one that's oh my god, that movie about like the evil Santas?
Oh goodness.
Or like I actually watched a horror movie.
You watched a horror movie?
Of my own volition.
Oh my god.
Like maybe it was 2 years ago. It must have been. But it's like I can't remember. It's Scandinavian or something. And
oh yes, I know.
It's about all the like
about.
evil elfy Santas.
I really like the poster for that movie, but I can't think of the title.
I can't think of what it's called either. This is terrible.
Yeah.
It was really weird. It was about this. Yeah, it's a very Krampus-y story.
Yeah.
There's also there's a Krampus comic,
yeah.
which I have not read, so I can't fully recommend it. But it's Krampus, so
why not
check it out? I mean, it's a hard time for me because I spend Christmas catching up on comics.
Yeah,
they're not necessarily
Halloween comics.
Catching up on Halloween comics, reading horror comics. It's kind of funny that way. Like you were saying, how it seems the way that on TV shows they do, like Halloween is always a Halloween special and Thanksgiving special and a Christmas special, but the comics don't really do that as much.
Yeah.
I don't know I feel like there are probably a lot of X-Men, like Christmas and holiday issues.
Yeah, there's got to be.
There's definitely. There's got to be. But
So, Christmas comics Through the Woods.
Yeah.
By Emily Carroll.
Yep. It's great. Blankets. If you really want to feel weird and question your identity and.
And it's not Christmas, but I feel like I have to mention it because we did an earlier Witches.
Oh yeah.
Witches
is a great Christmas comic.
Scott Snyder, Jock. Yes.
It's not a Christmas comic at all. I don't know. The holiday season for me is all about bigger graphic novels because you kind of hold up.
Yeah.
With longer periods of time to chow down on some bigger books.
Mm-hmm.
I read a lot of Batman around Christmas.
Yeah.
I don't know what the association is for me, but I mean, last year around Christmas, I think I read Black Mirror.
Right. Yeah.
Which is fantastic. And someone had mentioned, we looked up in Batman Noel, which I was not super crazy about, but a lot of people do really like it. It's just a little more gritty, realistic Batman than I'm normally into.
I would like to visit Gotham during Christmas time.
Yeah.
I think that would be a lovely
I think maybe it's because of Batman Returns. I think that's why it's my Christmas association.
That's true.
Because that is a Christmas movie that we watched in November.
Yes.
But now I feel ready.
Catwoman Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh no.
That's my feelings on that subject. So yeah, I don't. I'm a little tapped out for that. So I'm sure we can move along to another question that I am better prepared to answer. Actually, no, I'm going to be terribly prepared to answer this. This is for you as well.
Okay,
Jeremy.
Okay, I'm ready.
Austin Wilden asks, "Who is your favorite character with ice-based powers?"
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
Elsa.
Oh. What? Now, there's no way I can answer Elsa.
Elsa.
You just took that from me.
I knew, because I knew you were going to. Elsa's the best.
Elsa is the best. But now, okay, all right, so this is very obscure. There was a book I read when I was younger, and it was like this weird take on Jack Frost. And it was like Jack Frost was this terrifying Odin-like personality. And yeah, it was really crazy. But so I would say that's my first memory there that I want to go back to. But Neil Gaiman's book, Odd and the Frost Giants,
I wonder if the frost giants count.
I think so.
It's ice-based.
They're
powers.
ice-based
Oh, yeah.
creatures.
They are.
Yeah.
I do like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Iceman is like the obvious one,
Right.
but I don't have any real association with him or like strong memories attached. Whereas Elsa.
Oh, Elsa.
Elsa's the best.
Mm.
There is a Frozen comic, but it's not really. It's like screen caps from the movie with text over top of it.
Yep.
So I don't know if I can recommend that as a Christmas comic.
Oh no!
It gets your kids into reading comics, though.
Hey, yeah.
Check it out. There's an Adventure Time holiday special.
Really?
I feel like from last year. I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
So look that up.
Yeah.
I think all ages comics and kids comics do more for holiday stuff than things like Batman, Superman.
Yeah.
Or it may just because I read more children's comics than adult comics.
That's okay. I read so many young adult novels. I'm trying to mine them for ice-based power folks. But we'll see.
We'll see. All right, my favorite question, which is not really a comics question, because my friend Jake Myler, who's the artist on Fraggle Rock, he is the greatest, asked us 2 questions. So the first one I'm like scared to answer. The first one is, okay, maybe a loaded question. What property, if you were offered to write a comic for, would you turn down immediately?
Oh wow.
Deadpool, maybe. I would have no idea how to write, or like something really obscure like that. That's, I don't know.
Oh my goodness.
What would I do? Oh, like Tara, Witch of the Black Rose, or like Dawn, or maybe. But I'd do Vampirella.
Oh, there you go.
I'd definitely do Vampirella.
Yeah.
I'm
scared to answer that question. I don't even know.
Yeah. Anything that's like traditionally like super cheesy or offensive in that way, maybe. I don't know. But like Deadpool, I would just never. I wouldn't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just so far out of my wheelhouse.
No.
Yeah, yeah.
Quips?
Well,
you got that on lockdown.
Thank you.
Oh.
Gosh. Yeah, I don't know. I get so intimidated by superheroes a lot of it, especially once it gets a little more obscure.
Yeah.
I feel like I have a handle on like Batman. That main gallery, the Rogues Gallery, but
Scarecrow. Give me Scarecrow.
Yeah.
And I will.
It'd be amazing.
Yes.
We read the shit. So you don't have any that you're like.
There's nothing that really comes to mind. I mean, I would be scared to tackle Howard the Duck. But Chip Zdarsky.
Oh my God!
I am do amazing work.
I made the biggest blunder the other day when I was walking home from the comic book store back here, and I stopped at the grocery to pick up whatever, and I had just the tips in my bag, and as I was walking through, they had a little display of Howard the Duck, like the movie, on sale for like $2.
Oh my goodness.
And I wanted so badly to take a photo of the book and of that and send it to Chip. Like, just the chips.
Oh no.
And I didn't. And as soon as I got halfway home, I was just like,
that was perfect.
I know.
Oh,
total missed opportunity.
I can't believe you didn't do that.
I know. I really fucked up.
Oh my God.
But in my mind, it was very funny and very
it
clever.
Would have been hilarious had you done it. Kate.
Jeremy. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to let you down. Oh boy. Okay. All right. Well, that's that. And the second part to Jake's question was maybe a more important question. What is your favorite hot holiday beverage?
Oh yeah. Now we're
nothing
talking.
to do with comics, but
now we're talking.
But we're approaching holiday season.
We're approaching holiday season.
It's coming up.
Yeah. We should do a podcast just reading ghost stories.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Release it at midnight on December 23rd.
That would be amazing.
There you go.
All right. I'm planning this out.
There it is.
Hot holiday beverages.
Hot holiday beverages. Sorry, I get in the mindset of this cozy little, winter cabin with a nice hot cup of tea. Black tea, Yorkshire Gold.
So is that your favorite hot holiday beverage?
It'd have to be, yeah.
Tea? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
See, Every
little milk, little honey. Oh, it's perfect.
Every year I go to this Christmas party.
Mm-hmm.
And this has been a standing tradition for like 6 or 7 years in Halifax. And every year I get so excited for it. But I don't think it's going to happen this year because one of the main attendees just had a baby.
Oh.
Ruins everything.
What? Babies.
She's a delight. Her baby's a delight. But see, I'm saying it again. Delight.
Yep.
It's okay. The worst. Every episode, there's one word that I say too many times, and I think I want to release
delight.
like as part of the show notes. Take a shot every time I say it. Yeah. So in one episode, it's going to be excited.
Ooh.
One of it's going to be like stoked.
Yeah.
Any word that I know I use too many times.
Well, now I'm just going to make everyone happy. Delight. Delight. Delight.
I don't think it counts if you say it.
Delight.
So every year in Halifax, in my hometown, there's a party called Ludicrousmas.
Whoa.
Yeah, and it is always like the worst hangover that I have all year. And every year at Ludicrousmas, bar one year that it didn't happen because there was friendship drama. That was a dark year. But every year they make mulled wine and with like cloves and stuff in it, and it is. I think it's because I have this strong association of it being with this group of friends and with this event that I love it so much.
If you just have that drink, at that specific time of year with all those specific people, then
well, it's a group of friends that
back to that. Yeah,
it's one of those things that like I don't see them very often, and so when they have this party, it's like this one chance that I kind of get to see everybody, and so I have these very positive associations with mulled wine, but
great.
Also like anything cider, like hot cider.
Yeah. Cider's brilliant.
Yeah. I love warm holiday beverages. Like I get it's the one thing I do because I'm not a winter person.
I love winter.
I hate it. So why are you here and I'm in Canada?
Apparently the movie industry is in this place called Los Angeles.
It's really stupid. Well, the thriving comic book industry in Halifax, Nova Scotia.
Yes, well, that's true. That is true.
So yeah, any excuse. I get really excited. As soon as it becomes time for peppermint mochas at Starbucks, I'm very excited. And it's one of the greatest things. When I used to work at Starbucks, here's a secret.
Ooh, secret.
Don't tell Starbucks.
Okay.
When I was 16 and 17, this is a really bad story.
Oh no. Here we go.
This is a story about me drinking underage.
Oh no. I like it.
When I used to work at Starbucks when I was a teen, everyone I worked with was like 25.
Okay.
I was the youngest person there by a long shot. It was my second job. And they used to do a thing at the closing of our hell shifts because they were the shifts the last week and a half before Christmas.
Okay.
When you're working like 10 hours with the world's worst customers.
Yes. Here's
a reminder to everyone listening. Be very nice to people in retail during this holiday season.
Yeah.
Not just at your comic book store, but everywhere. Especially in food service because you have no idea how awful it is.
Yeah. They're bringing you tasty treats.
Exactly. So when I worked at Starbucks, at the end of our shifts, this one girl that we worked with would make these, I'm using air quotes here, peppermint mochas that usually had peppermint schnapps in them.
Oh boy.
So and it was so great because the first time she gave it to me and she's like, are you done working? Can you have this? And I didn't understand. I was just like, what do you mean? It's coffee. Like, yeah, of course. It was not just coffee.
Oh, that's great.
But it became this that would what you would look forward to at the end of
Christmas is a time for drinking.
Oh yeah.
It is a very good time for
Absolutely.
drinking. Wonderful scotch. There was one story from when I was about 12 years old. I went to a Christmas party that my parents' friends were throwing. They basically just dragged me along to it because they couldn't find a babysitter. And I was just like, oh, that's a lovely looking bowl of punch on the counter.
Yes.
And so I just, ladled out a nice big cup of that and went to take the first sip and was very surprised that it was extremely alcoholic. And so 12-year-old Jeremy was just walking around very buzzed.
Wow.
And then very drunk.
Oh yeah, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that was fun.
I bet that was
Played a lot of Star Fox that night. A lot of Star Fox. Oh, so many barrel rolls. It was great. It was so good. Drunken barrel rolls. It's the greatest thing.
That's amazing.
Star Fox 64.
I don't think I ever really got accidental drunk when I was younger.
Well, I highly recommend playing Star Fox.
I didn't because I had my family. on my dad's side is Danish, and they would always be like, "Do you want some schnapps? Do you want like aquavit?" And when I was like 11 and 12, and I was so scared of getting in trouble that I wouldn't do it. I was such a good kid that way. Whereas now I feel like I missed out on so many opportunities to get childhood drunk.
Well, there you go.
So yeah, I mean, I don't even know if I have a favorite holiday beverage then. Everything warm and alcoholic?
Yes.
Because you can only do it at Christmas. Really?
Come on, year round.
Well, yeah, obviously, but I mean.
But yes, though, yeah, nice mulled cider like that.
So good. It's so good.
It's not warm, but a good scotch.
Well, yeah, but that makes you warm.
Yes, it's true. Lagavulin 16. Everyone, Lagavulin 16.
See, I don't know.
Do it. It tastes like a peat bog, and it's amazing.
A peat bog?
Oh, all the peat. Give me all the peat. Smoke it. It's so good. Oh, goodness.
Oh, that's delightful. I want some of that.
Yeah, it's very good.
I love scotch. Okay, well, I guess that's Twitter questions. Well, that's our show. I'm headed back to the cold, frozen north very shortly, much to my chagrin. But we'll be back in the studio, regular format for the next episode. Back to the interview segment, and we'll get at least one of those out before I'm back in Los Angeles in January. Yeah, because keep being bi-coastal these days. In the meantime, Fraggle Rock number 3 is out December 10th, which is next Wednesday, and Bravest Warriors number 27 is out as well. I'm doing some things related to Edward Scissorhands, which you should be reading if.
Yes.
Speaking of Christmas comics,
I have signed copies.
December 12th in Halifax at the Natural Museum of History, Thrillima, which is our local cool rep cinema situation, is doing a screening of Edward Scissorhands at 8:00. That's December the 12th. I'm pretty excited for that. I'm going to be I'm going to be introing that, and we're going to be giving out, or we will have on hand, copies of Edward Scissorhands. I don't know for sure if we're giving them away, but they'll be there. If you live in Austin, Texas, the Alamo Drafthouse is doing a screening of Edward Scissorhands on Wednesday, December 17th. And Drew Roush, the artist of the comic, and I are both going to be Skyping in to intro and do a little Q&A thing. I think that's the situation for that showing. So I'm pretty excited about that. It's neat.
Amazing.
It's really cool. Also, if you are in need of any holiday spirit, I'm going to do a plug for my own thing. I guess this is all plugs for my own thing. On my Tumblr, I am doing a advent calendar of sorts for the month of December up until Christmas. That is elves. And I'm posting a new elf every day. So if you are on my Tumblr, which is catordie.tumblr.com, the tag is elves. So you should be able to find them pretty easily, but if not, you just look up elves on there.
So many wonderful ones up already.
Yeah, there's so I'm posting one a day through till Christmas, and there's a link on every one to print it out if you want to put it up and decorate it around your home.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much all my news for what's coming up until the next episode. In the meantime, you can rate and review us on iTunes and Stitcher. If you like the show and want to keep us in the holiday spirit, you can check out our Patreon, which is going and developing and evolving as time goes on, which is at patreon.com/lessthanlive, which you can help the show keep going by donating a small monthly amount, and you get treats and voice memos and things like that depending on what you donate. So definitely check that out. If you have questions or want any more from us, you can find us on Facebook or on Twitter at LTLcast. And the show notes go up every episode at lessthanlivecast.tumblr.com, where I'm going to be posting some more Christmas holiday comic recommendations, because I feel that even I need to do my research on that. In the meantime, stay cheerful. I'll miss you.
This was a Village Soundcast Network original production.
you need scotch.
No, I'll be fine. Just takes me a second. Once I get into it, it's fine. It's just you're right here, and now I'm embarrassed.